And today's speaker is Satish sir, Satish Chandra Chintamani sir. So he's the executive director of IRI and Finance, IA. That is in. I'll just
Institute
tell
for
them.
Agriculture Finance
Yeah,
and
so Institute for
Technology.
Agriculture, Technology and Finance Management, right. So he's a specialized in research in the field of agriculture, finance and management, versatile experience in technology and finance management in agriculture and allied activities. He's been doing the evaluation and the mentoring of startups with Pusa Krishi for a long time. And he is also an expert in the evaluation of rural development activities, special reports like district irrigation plans, strategic extension and research plans and district level. His specialties are agriculture finance, project conception, capital budgeting, investment setting, liquidity management, risk management, recovery and rehabilitation, credit monitoring arrangement, credit rating, valuation of agriculture property, project and business. He's got a lot of research papers on valuation of techniques in capital budgeting, investment setting, and also an opportunity cost for valuation of tea gardens as a cash generating unit to determine value for bearer plans to declare the same in the balance sheet or impairment test. He's been handling projects over for 15 food processing units all over India currently, and online classes for finance in management in agriculture, allied sector, credit rating, credit monitoring, arrangement, working capital management. So all are surrounding around finance. And he has been a panel with the Pusa Krishi Incubator since the inauguration of the Pusa Krishi Incubator at IRI Delhi. So, sir, we welcome you, sir. And it's been an honor to have you amongst us as a speaker for today, sir. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Good day. Thank you. Good afternoon to all of you. And all the best during this program. I trust you all will learn a lot during this program. What I take up today is a very simple levels of finance management. I'm just trying to teach you the fundamentals and foundations of finance management that will remain with you for a long, long time. Whenever you get into difficulties, you look at the foundation course and then try to correct it. That's how the finance management needs to be looked at. I will try to make it very simple. Anybody who has done a master's degree or a MBA in finance, I'm sorry, I won't be able to take it up to that level, but I will keep it equally competent, or even it'll make you think, is it so simple? Then why did I spend 3 or 4 years in MBA finance? I'll try to make it as simple as that. Thank you for listening to me, and then let's continue now with the session. So the whole finance management is in relation to a business. So when you do business, the fund where you get 1 minute, let me open my 1 minute, let me clear my screen. So most important and most fundamental aspect of business or finance management is expenditure. If you do not expend money, or if you do not spend money, or if you do not buy anything, then no business happens. So automatically, it implies that someone has to spend money to run your business. So your objective will be to make somebody spend money on you and your product. So you need to be equally qualified, quality assuring, and then product should be of highest use for the client who buys it from you. Now you look at yourself and then try to tell me, what do you want to buy and where do you want to spend money? You want to spend money on quality products. Depends on use, what use you have for particular product, and that based on that, you decide your expenditure. The moment you decide the expenditure, someone else's business starts running. So this is the basic principle. So fundamental to finance management is expenditure. So in order to spend money, you need to have money. In finance management, the expenditure is called application of money, and where you get money for that expenditure is called sources of money. So sources of money and application of money is generally used in any finance management. Now let us try to look at the slideshow. The entire finance management can be completed with 4 questions. Only 4 questions you need to ask. And then, as I said, application of money, sources of money, and then we have very simple rules to follow. If we do this, 80% of your finance management will be taken care of. Now, what are these 4 questions? What do you want to buy? What do you want to spend money for? What do you want to do with your money? So where do you want to spend your money is the first question. Oh, this question is so simple that you need to say, I have 100 rupees. On what I should spend money? So next comes, how much money do you need for that particular expenditure? Suppose I want to buy a car. So where do I want to spend my money? I want to spend my money on a car. How much money do I need for the car? I need about 6 lakhs to buy a car. Then when do you need to buy a car? When do you need money? You may need to buy a car tomorrow, but do you have money for tomorrow? No. Therefore, you have a plan. You have a plan. So the plan is, I want to buy a car in the next month or the month after that, depending on how you can arrange money of 6 lakhs. Now comes, who gives you money? If 6 lakhs is needed, do I have 6 lakhs with me, or someone else also will give me money? Like my wife, she may give me some money. Like my son, he may give me some money. My daughter may give me some gift. So overall, there is a source of money. Someone has to give you money, or you yourself have to fund the project. So on what do you want to spend money? How much money you want to spend? When do you need money? Who will give you money? Now, if these 4 questions are asked, nearly 50 to 60% of your finance management will be answered. But we don't have patience to write them down. That's why we fail. One of the things in finance management, or a prudent finance management, is to write down the expenditure. You need to write it down either on a piece of paper or in an Excel sheet. What do you want to spend your money for? How much money you want to spend on that particular need? How much money you need for that purpose? Who will give you that money? So if you are able to write this, it will be wonderful to begin with. Now let us see what actually a business requires and how we are trying to address it. The 4 questions we are answering. In any business, when you begin with some investment or infrastructure creation. Always you need to have an infrastructure creation. Once you create infrastructure to do business, you are able to carry on the business. So the 2 parts are, you have a business infrastructure, then business proper. So in business infrastructure, always you require a piece of land, or you require an office, or you require a space. Let's say I don't want any office, I don't want any place, I don't want land. I want to do my business. How will I do my business? You have to stand on the land or in the street to do a business. Let's say I want to sell pencils on the road. I need a road and I need a piece of land where I can stand. I need a place or a land that is effectively attractive to people, so that I still need a land. So land is the basic necessity of infrastructure. Nowadays, people say, I will work in the cloud. But cloud needs to be hosted on the land, isn't it? You need to host something on the land. So land is essential in whatever may be the business where you start your. It may be on rent, or it may be on lease, or it can be on ownership basis, whatever it is. Then once you have land, you require water and you require electricity. Even if you are an individual, you require water for every hour consumption. If you have staff, they require water for consumption. If you have manufacturing, you require water for processing facilities, cleaning facilities, and other things. Electricity. Electricity is a mandatory part of manufacturing or any cloud-based activity or computer-based activity or even house-based activity. Wherever heating or cooling is required, you require electricity. So the infrastructure basically requires anybody who is unmuted and making some noise, intended or unintended, no problem. Please mute yourself. Thank you so much, because it disturbs a bit. Then you require a building, a housing, a rent or on ownership basis or a new construction, whatever you want to call, or on a sharing basis. So building will be there. Then you have to buy machinery. Machinery depends what kind of activity you are doing. And then lastly, ornamental. Any ornamental like furniture, fittings, people want to sit, come sit, and you want to provide a good landscape, good plant material inside the office. Oh, they're all decorative and attractive to create an impression about your business. So that's all other expenditure. Now, these are all coming under infrastructure. Now, you see, I have said I want to spend 100 lakhs on land. Now, when can I spend money? In the first quarter or in the last quarter? I need to spend money in the first quarter. Then water and electricity, I need to spend money in the first quarter, so that in second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter, I am able to manage things properly. For buildings, I begin in the first quarter and try to end it by last quarter. Machinery, there is no point in buying the machinery in the first quarter because other infrastructure like housing the equipments are not ready. Therefore, I phase it out, try to figure it out for third and fourth quarter. Others, I may require basic furniture to begin with, because when I go, I need to sit in the office or a site office. So I need to have small furniture fittings to my comfort during that period. Now you see, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4, I need 140 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 80 lakhs, and 210 lakhs to create infrastructure where I can do my business. And then once my infrastructure is ready, I need to do business. So in the last quarter, I require raw material, processing expenses, and other expenses. So totally I require about 40 lakhs in the last quarter. So grand total is how much money do I need? I need 140 lakhs in the first quarter, 30 lakhs in the second quarter, 80 lakhs in the third quarter, and 250 lakhs in the fourth quarter. Now you see the fourth question, who will give me money? Why do I need money? On what do you want to spend money on? Is land, water, building, machinery. When do you need money? Is quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. How much money do you need? 140 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 80 lakhs, and 250 lakhs. Who will give me money? So I will bring 100 lakhs in the first quarter to buy land. It will be my money. In a question mark, remaining 40 lakhs, I may borrow, or I may borrow from bank, or I may bring it myself. So you need to decide who will give you money. If you have your own money, fine. If you don't have your own money, someone else has to give you money. So now you see the top portion below grand total is called application of money, where you are going to spend money. And the bottom portion below the grand total is sources of money, where money will come from. Any questions up to this stage? Any questions? Is it understandable, simple?
Yes, sir. No question.
No questions. So it is understandable. My expression is fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Anybody not understanding, please do ask questions. Okay.
Okay.
So the very finance management starts with the question, why do you need money? And then the simple answer is, I want to spend money. Why do you want to spend money? Because I want to make more money. I want to spend money to get more joy. I want to spend money to eat good food. I want to spend money to establish a business so that I can earn more money. So the objective of spending money is to make more money in business, and at personal level, enjoyment, clarity, or what you call as, okay, I have toiled hard, let me enjoy with my money. So I get more pleasure out of spending money. So the first and foremost answer is, why do you need money? And the answer is, I want to spend money so that I can make more money in a business. So the objective of spending money is to make more money. So if you are not making more money, please don't spend. This is one of the first simple rules of business. Let me make it very clear. Business is not an NGO type of activity. When you say you want to do business, you are making profit. No mercy there. No mercy there. You make profit and you donate to somebody on a non-profit making institution, whatever you call it, or the objectives of social engineering and all that. You spend money there, no problem, but you need to make profit. When you are in business, you need to make profit. If you don't make profit, please don't enter business. When you talk of business, talk of profit. So I'm forcing you guys to think that whatever may be your objective, when you say you are in business, you need to make profit. You need to make more money. So money is needed to make more money. The money is spent to make more money. So then let us try to understand what exactly is startup. Startup and its business. Any startup, they say, I have a great idea, so I want to make that into a business activity. So this great idea is going to bring lots and lots of money in future. Now, this is the broad understanding. So you want money in a startup to make more money, not to spend money, but to make more money. So the objective changes a bit. You need money to spend, but your objective is to make more money. So what you do in a startup is you bring out a product, or you bring out a service, or you bring out an idea. So one of the things is you bring out a product. The product is maybe a nutritional product, maybe an agricultural input, maybe a particular variety of seeds or variety of plant crop that you have brought out. Probably this doesn't fit in because R&D is not under startup, but at institutions it does become a kind of startup idea. So you do some genetic research to bring out one product that increases the yield of crop. Well, that's all about a product which you have developed to sell and then make more money. Then there are services. You want to provide services. You want to provide spraying services. You want to provide satellite services. You want to provide drone services to farmers in agriculture to make better monitoring and management. Always remember, a product is in the form of an input or an output. A service is in the form of management, a managerial tool. Service is always a managerial tool to help management of agriculture to improve its productivity, production, profitability, whatever is. Suppose you are able to provide services on cost cutting, then automatically you are increasing profit of the farmer. So this is the broad idea. And then some people, they say, we have developed an idea. I want to sell the idea. I don't want to go into production. I don't want to make further products. Let me sell my idea and get money and get out of it. Let me bring out a new idea, new concept, which I can prove as more profitable. So I will bring that idea and then I will sell. So in case of startups, we make money. We make more money on two grounds. One is making profit. The other one is creating value. So there are two different aspects. One is you have an enterprise that creates value. The other one is the enterprise makes profits. So enterprise makes profit. At the same time, the enterprise is valuable. Let me give a simple example. A very brilliant person, handsome or beautiful, working hard, earning 40 lakhs of income per annum. Now 40 lakhs is profit for the handsome, beautiful person. Now the beautiful person or the handsome person both have a value. Other companies say, अरे यार इसको मुझे उठाना चाहिए, इस आदमी को मुझे उठा के मेरा कंपनी में बिठाना चाहिए. That is value. So the value is to the person who is making more money. Similarly, if your enterprise is making more and more profit, somebody wants to buy your enterprise by paying a higher value because your enterprise is making very good profit. So your enterprise is capable of making more profit in future. So before that, I want to buy your enterprise by creating value or assigning value to your enterprise. Second thing is, when you want to make profit, you need to create impact. If you don't create impact, nobody will buy your product. When nobody buys your product, automatically you cannot make more profit. So you need to create an impact. Let us take example. What kind of impact has been created by Zomato? Anybody can answer? What kind of impact has been created by Zomato? It is a very simple question.
Sir, they created a supply chain for the restaurant industries. Means they
What
have
kind of
connected the
impact?
restaurant
They
directly with
created fine. What kind of impact?
yeah.
They created a supply chain, but what
Now
is the impact?
is very much easy.
No.
Reduce time.
It's very different. Impact is you are able to go to you are able to eat food at any restaurant sitting at home. That's the impact. You are able to order food throughout the week, any day, any time, from any restaurant of your choice, any food of your choice. That's the impact. Because that impact is created.
So can we tell this as disruption in fine dining restaurant model?
Sorry, come again. Hello, what happened?
Please unmute yourself again. Hello.
Am I audible?
Yeah, no, yes.
Yeah. So can we tell this as disruption in fine dining restaurant model as cloud kitchens are growing day by day?
It's all right. See, the fine thing is here we are in discussing the impact you create. What kind of impact you are creating? The impact creation is in the form of touching more than 3 to 4 million orders every day. That's the impact. Impact is the force with which it has changed the society, changed the behavior. Whether your product can do it, whether your product can bring out an impact that it becomes inseparable from common man's life. Now, let us look at television. Earlier, when we started with television, hardly 10 or 15 houses in a colony had television. Today, every slum has a television. Every house in a slum has a television. That's the impact, because cheaper televisions came in, cable connections came in. So the technology made it affordable. It created an impact. The level of impact is so much that the employment opportunity created by television industry is immense. So that's an impact that's created by some kind of a startup that started way back in the 70s. The Zomato, the Swiggy, the Ola, the Uber, or the new age ones, Paytm, Paytm, PhonePe, these are all technology-based startups They have created impact. The impact is that I don't have to go to bank. For the last 3 years, I've forgotten to carry cash. I make payment through Paytm or PhonePe. My habits have changed. So the impact is created by changing the habit of people to force them to use your product. So the value creation for your enterprise, the profit that you make is on account of the impact that you create in the large part of the community, not just 1 or 2 people. You need to create impact on hundreds and thousands of people. Now, very recently, I had an experience. One person said he had created a software solution or an app for farmers, and they were used. About 1 lakh people had downloaded this particular app. Then I asked him, if 1 lakh people have downloaded, what is the daily usage? The daily usage is 100. Daily active persons on the app is 100. Now, what kind of impact have you created? You have unnecessarily spoiled 1 lakh phones by downloading the app, but they are not using it. That means your app is not of use for majority of the clients who have downloaded. Turnover is hardly 2 or 3 lakhs per month. Now, this is called impact creation. Is your startup able to create an impact? Impact in the large part of the community. They're all having some kind of a broader meaning, which will come to at a later stage. Sometimes all this impact and changes are permanent in nature. Now tell me anybody who doesn't want to hire a Ola or Uber in an emergency. Is it not a permanent change? How many times you decide to take your car out in a place where parking is not available? So you have changed. Your permanent change is there in your habit. So the objective of startup is to create more value by making more profit, and that is sustained on account of impact creation and impacting a large population and bringing about a permanent change. Now go back, look at your startups, what efforts you have made in your startup to bring these qualities. Okay, that's why this particular session is very important for you. You need to go back. You need to evaluate your startup with respect to what kind of impact you are going to create for the community and how you can bring about a permanent change so that they stick to you. They are always loyal to you. The permanent change makes them loyal to you. Right? Any questions? Any questions?
No, sir.
Just think about it. I'll bring water to drink. Just one second. Sorry about it. Any questions? Anybody? Any questions? Look back at your startup. Look at these characters. Have you
Hello,
created? Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I wanted to ask, does this more money mean revenue or profit?
It's
Creating more money.
make more money means both revenue and profit. Profit is the inseparable part of business. When you say you are in business, profit is the first objective. When you want to make money, automatically sales will have to be there. Okay. So when I say make more money, it is always profit which I refer to. I spend money to make more money, more profit, more and more profit, more and more profit, more profit. So obviously, objective is make profit. When you make profit, people give value to you. And then when you create value, you make more money on your infrastructure. So profit is on operations, value is on infrastructure. Okay. Did I clear your question?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, like, if you are a product-based company or if you are a service-based company, so when you are going to or you're reaching to like investors for grants, and so then how tricky it is to convince, like if it is service-based, okay, so
Yeah.
you cannot financial management bringing the what the profit, and it's bit trickier than the product, I think, matlab, as per my experience. So what is your take, matlab, how to map in this kind of like service-based
Hey.
scenario?
When you say you want to give service, automatically there are three principles attached to it. One is, are you able to survive yourself? Are you in a position of able to make money to survive yourself? Then, is your survival sustained? Are you able to sustain your service? Are you able to sustain making that much profit? These are the first two questions any investor or anybody will ask. So you need to address this issue. Now, let's take an example. I have a business of selling electrical equipments to somebody. I've invented a beautiful equipment which creates, even in your own house, when you walk around, you generate electricity. It is tiles. Okay. Everywhere in my house, the tiles have a electrical compressor, sorry, a small mechanical compressor that generates electricity, and that's collectively led to. Now, I want to sell this to people. Now, I have this business and I have invested about 1 crore of rupees. Unfortunately, I'm not able to demonstrate that the electricity that it generates is of sufficient quantity. So even 10 customers I'm not able to get in 1 year. So I am not able to survive. My 1 crore is not even able to generate 1 lakh rupees in a year. So automatically I am not able to survive. When I am not able to survive, which investor will come and give me money? Now let us take the second example. The second example is the same business. I am now able to generate about 2 kVA of electricity within my house by improving the circuits, improving the mechanical parts of my tiles. I'm able to get more electricity, 2 kVA per day. I'm able to generate. So everybody is impressed. So everybody wants to do it in my community. Now my revenue, my income has now gone up to 1 lakh per week. So I'm able to make 52 lakhs a year. Now I am able to survive because on 1 crore investment, I'm able to make 52 lakh sale. I'm surviving. But second year, my income falls. And third year also, my income falls because I am not able to provide proper service and maintenance to first year customers. Automatically, people feel that I am not able to provide service. So number of clients have gone down. I am not able to sustain. See, second part. First part is to survive. Second part is to sustain. Whether I am able to sustain in the second example? No. So automatically the investor will run away from me because I am not able to I'm able to survive, but I'm not able to sustain. Now, second year, in the third example, I make changes in the second year. I bring in more people to provide service. So third year, my sales and profits have gone up to 1 crore. 1 crore investment, 1 crore turnover, making substantial profit up to 50 lakhs. So I'm able to survive, sustain, and now since I'm providing service, more and more orders are coming. Therefore, in the fourth year, I'm able to go up to 2 crore sales. Now you see, I'm able to survive, sustain, and progress. Automatically, investors have now lined up before me, and now they say, how much money do you want? If I say I need 10 crores, they say, where do you want to spend money? 10 crores will give you, but where do you want to spend money? I don't know where to spend money. Then they say, no, boss, I'll give you 1 crore. You spend 1 crore, improve your business to 5 crores of sales. See, I think I am able to demonstrate to you how people look at your business model, especially investors. They look at whether you are able to create a business model where you are able to survive, sustain, and progress.
So is it the principle remains same for product, service, idea, or these principles are
wherever you want to make money, it is the same principle. Wherever
Okay.
you want to make profit, it is the same principle.
Okay.
That's the reason I'm sitting here teaching all diverse startups.
Yes.
There are 25 startups and all are diverse, but the principle is same.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Anybody else?
Sir, Abhinav seems to have a question as well.
Yeah. Anybody else? Any other questions?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, so my question is a little bit mix of two things that you told us.
Yeah.
So we are also trying to create an application.
Yeah.
And so on the same line, you just gave an example that there's a startup who have around 1 lakh or 1 million downloads, but around there are 100 users.
Yeah.
So being a mentor, being an investor, you understood that maybe they are not making the impact that they are supposed to make.
Yes.
Right, sir. So my question is on the same lines, like it could be an application, for example, Ola, Uber, that we use maybe once a month, but it's creating an impact. So when it comes to agri-tech, is it the application is supposed to be used on daily basis, then it would be considered making impact, or is it something on a broader spectrum that we would be understanding later in the incubation part?
Okay, now you see, this is a question that you should have answered, but I am trying to answer it. Agriculture has more than 60% of India's population. Do you agree with that?
True, sir.
Now, 60% of population means number of clients that you can handle is too many. Now, number of farmers is also substantial in number. And number of crops that they handle is also substantial. With about 30 to 35% irrigated crop, the number of crops that farmers take is also substantial. Now, that means it gives you enough commercial opportunity to provide proper services that they need in substantial quantities, substantial numbers, but you should ensure that you charge them. The most unfortunate part of most of the agri service-based startup is they want to provide everything free to farmers. This is not so.
Understood, sir.
This is not correct because you are investing your time and money. You need to charge some money to farmers. Suppose you charge 1 rupee to 1 lakh customer per month. How much money you have generated?
1 lakh.
Suppose you charge the same for 12 months. You have 1.44 crores.
True, sir. True.
Now tell me, is that not survival?
This is, it Sustainable as well.
Rupee a farmer, 1 rupee a farmer, is it a big burden?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, if you give farmer as a subscription, 1 rupee a month, fine. Now comes the service. What kind of service you would like to give? If you are able to give even 10 rupees worth of service for 1 rupee that you have received, automatically that person will try to receive more service from you.
Makes sense.
So
Right.
simple, keep it simple. Just keep a argument in a logical sequence. If I charge him money, I should give something to him more.
More value.
Okay. Now, that's how you create an impact. Now, you need to identify products to farmers in terms of so many things. It's a diverse field. Many people think that agriculture is simply about agriculture. Agriculture sector is not simply about agriculture. Agriculture sectors supports health in rural area. Agriculture supports education in rural area. Agriculture supports social expenditure in rural area. So it is not just about agriculture. When you say you are into agriculture sector, can you impact every aspect where agriculture is supporting a particular living, a style of living? Are you able to provide that? This is exactly what we need to look at. Okay.
Makes
Did I
sense.
answer your question?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Okay. Now, all that I'm saying is, when you are spending time and money, you need to make money. If you are
Right.
not able to make money, don't do it. That's exactly the principle of business.
Sure, sir.
In
Thank
Bangalore, I have beautiful experiences we get. We go to Avenue Road where a lot of stationery stores are there.
Right.
Lots of them, minute ones. So I go, the parking is a big problem there. So I park somewhere and from there I enter Avenue Road. The moment I enter, I want to get back to my parking quickly. Therefore, I go to a store which is nearest to my parking place. And I ask for A4 JK printing paper. He says, Sabji mere paas nahi hai. I don't have. But give me 5 minutes, I'll get you. Now, that is called enterprise. He charges me 5 paisa more for the entire rim. But you see, he gets it for me. He charges me more. I know that he charges me more. Even I am eager to pay that 5 paisa more because it is nearer to me and I don't want to walk further down to get the same piece of paper. Now, this is called enterprise. This is called making money. He is making money come what may. Because if I walked further down, someone else would have made that money. So he is trying to make money by staying where he is. Okay, let's go further and see what exactly is money. Everybody talks about money. Everybody talks about product. What exactly is product? What exactly is time? What exactly is money? How do you create money? People use words idea, product, service, effort, everything. All this can be translated into money. All this can be translated into money. Therefore, let us look how you can transfer your idea or a product or a service or any effort into money. Now, whenever you have an idea or a product or a service or an effort, it should be of use to somebody. It should be of use to somebody. It should be of best use and it should also have highest use. Now, people get confused here, but let me try to give a very, very simple example. All of you have mobile phones. So what is the best use of your mobile phone? Can anybody tell what is the best use you have made of your mobile phone?
To connect easily.
Call.
So anybody else? Best use of your mobile phone.
clicking pictures.
Yes. Now next, anybody else?
Connectivity, sir. Basically connectivity, getting
Mobile
connected.
phone
better.
is meant for connectivity. That's separate. Best use. I want to know the best use.
Sir,
You
online
say
classes
you
during
made. Sorry. Yeah. Tell me.
online classes during pandemic and online payment nowadays. Even at vegetable vendor, we make payment with the help of mobile phone.
Access to knowledge. Is it not the best use?
Yes, sir. Online classes during pandemic, everyone
No,
depends
not,
on them.
not online classes. Access
Yes.
to knowledge. Google.
Yes, right.
Anything that you don't know, you just Google. Is it not
Yes,
the
sir.
best use?
Yes, sir. Anything
Now,
from A to Z.
highest use. Can anybody tell what is the highest use of your mobile phone? What is the maximum use you put your phone for?
To check time.
Oh, no, you just know you made a sentence just before somebody said knowledge, access to knowledge. Before that, there was a connectivity. You use it for phone, highest use.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
I am from Siam Patna. Close to our customer, sir. It is beneficial to us. Close to our customer.
Sir, please let me one by one go very easily. First thing is best use. Best use is knowledge. ये कहाँ है, वो कहाँ मिलता है, ये क्या मिलता है, कहाँ मिलता है. So within 10 minutes you are able to get your knowledge. That's the best use you are putting in. The highest use is to make calls, to send messages on WhatsApp, isn't it? Maximum usage. कितना कॉल करते हो दिन में, कितना घंटा कॉल करते हो. That is highest use. Is it not true? Is it agreeable or not agreeable?
True,
Agreeable.
sir.
So maximum use कहाँ होता है? Best use कहाँ होता है? Did you get that? The difference, there is a difference. बहुत बड़ा difference है best use और highest use में. रगड़ने को बोलते हैं highest use, मगर काम पे यूज करना है उसको बेस्ट यूज. Agreed or not agreed? Dr. Anirvid. Dr. Anirvid, are you there? Switched on and left. Vipul Shah?
Yes, sir.
Dr. Apurva Kumari?
Yes, sir.
Did you get that clearly?
Yes,
As clear as crystal clear? Did anybody not understand the best use and highest use?
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful. So this is very important. So whenever you are developing a product, just check what is the best use of your product and what is the maximum use of your product. So if these two are able, you are able to identify, then you are able to find more customers. So if you have best use and highest use, you create demand. If you don't have best use and highest use, you may not create demand with impact. आजकल क्यों हर एक आदमी स्मार्टफोन क्यों लेता है? Why people try to buy smartphone? Even a laborer, even a civil work laborer has a smartphone. So he looks for entertainment in that smartphone. Apart from calling, he uses data the maximum. You go in the lunch break time, they will be watching a movie. You go in the evenings after the work, they will be watching a movie. So for him, the smartphone is for watching a movie, the best use. To make a call, yes, they do use phone for maximum number of hours for making call. But the priority for him for a smartphone is watching a movie in the evening. So the priorities change for everybody. So the moment you have best use and highest use, the demand is created. So let's take an example of a white paper. I give all of you a white paper. So each one has a best use of that white paper and maximum use of that paper. The best use of white paper is you create a small drawing on the white paper. You say you have used it in the best way. The highest use is from top to bottom, you write notes without leaving a small space. That's the highest use. When such use is available, there are a large number of people who want to use paper. So you create a demand on account of best use and highest use. Once you create demand, now it is your responsibility as a businessman to supply to that demand. So now the responsibility shifts from customer to you. So you need to supply to that demand, meet that demand. When you meet that demand should be met legally permissible way or transferable way. You have developed a product, you need to sell it with an invoice to somebody. So that person buys it with invoice and then starts using. So it has to be legally transferred. It should be legally permitted, legally transferred. Any questions? That's why
Hello, sir.
whenever we say startup, we say has your technology been validated? Has your MVP been validated? When we say validation, we look at legally permitted, transferable, and all these aspects. Yes, go ahead with a question.
Sir, my question is like where the like R&D part comes in this whole flow. Like let's say you have created something and you start making demand and supply.
No hypothesis. Please tell me an example.
Sir, example is like you have made a paper, you have devoted, and then demand and supply you have taken care. Now you know that after certain time, this means you will have a competitors and all those things. So how you'll make yourself?
No, you have gone far ahead. I'm not going there at all.
Oh.
Let me take example of your startup.
Okay.
Tell me about your startup.
So we are in very early stage. So we are planning to develop a crop specific weather information, and it should be like before the onset of season itself, so that you can adjust, like you can switch your crop accordingly. Like let's say I'm saying ki within the.
I remember your presentation.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's try to look at it this way.
Okay.
I think you were trying to work somewhere near UP.
Yes, sir. Currently phase 1 we are. Yes, sir.
Right. Now
Yes.
you had chosen a place which is not drought prone. That's why we were trying to have objections to it, isn't it? I think I remember that question. You are trying to work somewhere near Meerut.
It is Mathura. Yeah.
Mathura.
Yeah.
I remember fairly around that region.
Yes.
Now you see, you are trying to develop a product for the benefit of hundreds and thousands of farmers.
Yes.
This product, what is the best use? The best use of your product is that it is able to give you in advance information like what is going to be the rainfall like during this season, what will be approximately nearest temperature levels, and what kind of crop and what is the water needs of those crop, whether that much water is available for taking up a particular crop. Let's say in your region, I want to take up sugarcane crop, but unfortunately, sugarcane in UP is a rain-fed crop. So you say, according to your estimation, there won't be sufficient rainfall. So you are encouraging me to take up a short-term crop instead of sugarcane. So that's the best use for me. I'll be able to ship to you. I'll be able to use this thing. So I created a demand for you. Now you are supposed to supply that service to me in a legally acceptable way. Let's say legally acceptable way in the sense, whatever information you are providing, you should have validated the technology. That means the information that you are giving is correct, legally correct.
Yes,
And that information you are transferring to me is, tomorrow I am able to sue you or I am able to commend you. I am able to say, yes, this person provided me the best of the information and he saved me from losses.
yes,
At
sir.
the same time, if your information was wrong and I was not able to do the cropping as you suggested, I should be able to sue you. That's the legal
Yeah,
provision.
legal hurdle. Yes, sir.
Okay, so now this is how it works. So now the best use, highest use, demand, supply, legality. This is applicable to all products. So you need to take care of that and build a foolproof system. Under these circumstances, our predictions are true. You know, there's a protective clause, legal protection you need to take. Take care of it, and it is possible to create impact.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So now let us look at business in a very, very simple way. Very, very simple way. The simple way is everyone, all of you, you look at your own body. What do you want your body to be? Your body, you want it to be a long-lasting one, at least 80 years you want to live, right? Agreed? Or you don't want to live for 80 years? What, man? Nobody is answering.
Sir, 80 years is too much for this current scenario. I think.
Let me say at least 50 years you want to live or you don't want to live.
Yeah, 50, 60 is fine, yes, sir.
Same way, your business enterprise or your, yes, go ahead.
No, I think with good, good management, health management, 80 years possible, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now,
So I
you see
agree.
your business infrastructure or your business enterprise should be built like your body. It should run for a long period of time. So, right? Why do you want to live? Same way your business has to live. What do you do with your body every day? You want to earn money. You want to eat money. You want to eat food with that money. You want to live with comfort every day. You want to have a good sleep and you want to get up in the morning. You want to earn money. You want to eat food and then you want to sleep again. So now you see the body is one part which you want to make it tagada to run for 50 to 80 years. On the other side, every day is tagada body ko aap घिसना पड़ेगा. हर एक दिन आपको कुछ ना कुछ काम करना पड़ेगा कि आप कमाए और खाए, सो जाए और फिर उठे, खाए, काम करे और सो जाए. So every day there is an operation that is going on, but your body is fit to do it. So your business should be fit to be good enough to do everyday business for a long period of time. You are able to understand this? You are able to
Yes, sir.
understand
Yes,
this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let us take simple example of a coolie in a railway station. उसका body कितना तगड़ा रहता है. How strong he is every day. He should be fit enough to carry a bag as fast as possible from the railway platform to the outside area, go back, collect money, go back and try to get as many customers as possible within 30 minutes of time. Oh, he has to have his body fit like that for a maximum number of years. If he is fit for a maximum number of years, he is able to run every day for a quick sessions. He will have 100 to 150 clients every day to make money every day, earn money, to eat food and keep his body strong. So your business is like this. Your everyday activity needs to be healthy and profit oriented so that you are able to maintain your business infrastructure like a coolie's body. So imagine your business is just like you and your body. In the simplest terms, your body represents your business. Any business, you just look at any business, it represents one body and everyday activity. If it does not earn money every day, it finds it difficult to replenish, so body becomes weak, or the business enterprise becomes weak. So the purpose of whole business is to maintain a healthy body and healthy activity. In business, we call healthy body as a good balance sheet and healthy activity as profit and loss account. Any questions? It is as simple as this. Now you look at your body and check whether it is healthy, and check whether you are able to maintain it every day actively and earn money, earn enough money for your food, maintain your body, and continue with it for a long period of time. Now look at your business and look at it whether you are being able to build a good infrastructure capable of building a good activity every day.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
So when you say maintaining thing in business, do you want to mean, sir, kind of, with time, if you need to make some modification or some tweaks here and there, or maybe with customer services, or kind of, are you
not doing it in your body? Are you not doing it in your body?
Yeah, exactly. If you do that, it helps.
Same way, boss. इतना आसान है, हम देखते ही नहीं, हमारा खुद में इतना फाइनेंस मैनेजमेंट है, खुद में बिजनेस को छोड़ दो, खुद में बिजनेस में फाइनेंस मैनेजमेंट है, खुद बॉडी आपको हर रोज सिखाता है. Anybody else? Any questions? Because we need to move ahead with 3 simple principles.
Sir, I have a very quick question. Actually, I missed in last slide to ask because some other question is going on. So when you said validation, sir, I have a question. So kind of, what should be the kind of sample size? Like how many farmers, because we are making a device for say water management kind of and farm management, for how many farmers or how many states we have to visit? For,
you don't have to see. एक बहुत बड़ा सा example देता हूँ. एक are you comfortable with Hindi? Are you guys?
Yes, sir, both in Hindi, English both.
आप ओडिशा से दिखते हो?
सर मैं आसाम से हूँ. I'm Bengali, not from Assam.
No problem. देखिए, एक आदमी था, उसको बहुत बढ़िया सा इच्छा हुआ कि मैं देश को बदलूं, मैं देश को बदलना चाहता हूं, इसलिए he set out trying to change the country. मगर 20 साल के बाद उसको पता चला, जब वो 30 इयर्स का एज था, उसको पता चला, अरे भाई ये कंट्री बहुत बड़ा है, मैं इसको नहीं बदल पाऊंगा. सो फिर वापस आ गया और सोचने लगा, मैं मेरा राज्य को चेंज करता हूं. सो at the age of 30 he sets out trying to change his state. At the age of 40 उसको लगता है, भाई ये हमारा राज्य को भी मैं बदल नहीं पाऊंगा. तो आ जाता है 40वां साल में और बोलता है, अभी लेट मी चेंज माय टाउन. और 50वां साल में लगता है उसका खुद का टाउन को भी वो बदल नहीं पाता है. फिर 50वां उम्र में वो खुद को बदलना चालू करता है, और 60th ईयर में उसको पता चलता है दैट द बेस्ट थिंग ही हैज डन. सो आप जो काम करते हो, लोकली चालू करो, कभी भी इंटरस्टेट मत जाओ, कोई जरूरत नहीं. गॉट इट?
Yes, sir, exactly. Very.
फर्स्ट लोकल कितना आप चेंज कर सकते हो करो, उसके बाद बॉर्डर में जाते हैं, उसके बाद बॉर्डर को, यू मस्ट हैव नोन अबाउट इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कैसे जनरेट होते हैं. पहले नीचे से आग लगाते हैं, where electrons become active, they move towards the periphery, and then they try to run away, isn't it? Am I right?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what I learned in physics. So always remember, you should go inside out, not outside in. Okay?
Right. Yes, sir. Yeah. Very.
Try to
Thank you, sir.
capture customers in your area, demonstrate it, then little bit outside, then little bit outside, then little bit outside, then capture. It takes about 4 years for you to build a business. Perfect business. जब आप ज्यादा एफर्ट नहीं डालना जरूर ज्यादा एफर्ट डालना जरूरत नहीं पड़ता है. 4 years to 7 years is the period up to which you will have to struggle a lot. Okay, now let's go to the next one. I'll skip this and I will come to sources of money. I'll skip this and I'll come here. तो अब तक हमने डिस्कस किए मुझे पैसा क्यों चाहिए, why do I need money? When I need money, I need to go to get the money. So in the world, there are only two types of money. One is your own money, the other one is others' money. Let it be any big corporate, Microsoft, any rich man, any poor man. There are only two types of money. One is your money, the other one is others' money. Your own money is you are the king. Others' money, others are king. So automatically, when you are insufficient और आपके पास पैसा कम पड़ता है खर्चा करने के लिए, आपको दूसरों के पैसों की जरूरत पड़ती है, यानी कि you want someone else's money. When you want someone else's money, automatically he is the king, he dictates terms. कुछ पाने के लिए कुछ खोना पड़ता है. So automatically जब दूसरों का पैसा आप लेते हो, फर्स्ट फर्ज, फर्स्ट प्राइमरी ड्यूटी इज उसका पैसा उसको वापस करना जरूरी है. उसके बाद उसका अपेक्षा रहता है जो प्रॉफिट आप कमाओगे उसमें से एक हिस्सा ब्याज करके दो या प्रॉफिट करके ही दो, डिविडेंड करके दो, ये इच्छा होता है. So automatically when you want to buy someone else's money or borrow someone else's money, you have to pay interest and principal back to other person. Now ये others money जो है वो दो हिस्सा में बढ़ जाता है. One is loan, the other one is investor. लोन जो है इस आदमी को आपका बिजनेस में कोई दिलचस्पी नहीं है, सिर्फ यही देखता है क्या आप प्रॉफिट कमा रहे हो या नहीं. वो आपको पैसा देता है और आपसे ब्याज लेता है. He just gives you money to take back interest. So you need to understand that a lender is simply interested in your interest repayment and principal repayment. मगर investor वैसा नहीं है. Investor is always interested in taking ownership in your business. He wants to be a part of your business. He wants a share in your business. So he will take profit, a part of the profit in relation to the share. And also, when you want to sell your business, you will try to take profits made on account of sale of business. One is profit from activity, the other one is profit from your business. So this is the most simplest way you can divide your sources of money, where you are getting your money. Any questions?
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, recently we got some connection about kind of funding related, but the person, actually we are kind of now, sir, looking for such a kind of person who kind of also kind of helps us in the business, not only money, not by only money. So the person we came to know, he just wanted to invest some money, but we didn't take it because he was not at all related to agri, and he won't. We know he won't help us with anything. So did we make a good decision or wrong decision? Just your view.
ये आप बता सकते हो. You will be able to tell me.
No, we didn't take because at the moment, sir, we are bootstrap everything. So we need someone who kind of, help us kind of bit, taking to market or some connection. That's why first team we wanted to have that type of person.
ये जो इन्वेस्टर लोग आते हैं, है ना, ये
Yes,
एक
sir.
तरीके का बीवी जैसा है.
क्या जैसे सर?
It's a शादी. It's a शादी.
Okay.
Investor and you always marry.
Mhm.
इन्वेस्टर जो मर्द हो या औरत हो, इन्वेस्टर औरत ही होता है.
Okay.
Okay. So in business sense, an investor is considered as a female. So he marries you, he gives you money,
Mhm.
but divorce is guaranteed. 3 साल के बाद वो डाइवोर्स करता है और डाइवोर्स का बेनिफिट लेके निकल जाता है. तब तक आपको चूसता रहता है. In a simple way, in a very simple way, not to undermine role of BV in a family, not to undermine. I'm only trying to tell you that an investor is a bug. He comes into your business only to make money. He doesn't want to incur loss. Okay, but divorce is guaranteed. 3 साल के बाद he wants to go. Okay, so take care of it. So this is broadly a very simple way of communicating, not to pass.
I know. So maybe so, sir. So if I understand
Let me
little
make it
bit
very clear,
correctly.
I am not trying to make any kind of or pass any remark in an adverse way about a woman or anybody. I'm just trying to communicate simple principle in an understandable way. Okay? So
Yeah, so maybe, sir, if possible, just try to kind of make a business so that it is self-sustained, or maybe even better take some bank kind of debt or loan. That is a good maybe.
Thank you, thank you. Anyway, now we're looking at the sources of money. Yes.
Yeah, hello, sir. Sir, I have a question on regarding that what we have discussed. So, sir, I'm Harshit from Kanpur. So, sir, my question is like, we are coming from tier 2 cities, and I mean, a lot of startup also coming from the tier 2, tier 3 cities, where the understanding of the money is, I mean, it's kind of a limited, I would say. So, and initially, I mean, you won't be able to actually anticipate whether you go for a funding or you have to wait for a year or so. And what we are doing in house is to it's like to grow organically, because slowly we understand the money, and then maybe the more money will be required is also a good way. What is the right time to go about it? So my question is I mean, how to decide the right time, because eventually you need money for the growth. You can sustain for a longer time. You can understand. You can create a system, and then you understand the money at the same time slowly. But when is the right time when you actually need money for the growth? How to decide that particular time? What's your
Basically
suggestion on
what
that?
happens, this is where we call it as an organic growth, and you are on right track. This tier 2 cities, the understanding of money is not so great. You are on right track, number one. Number two, that's when that startup people say, no, bootstrap. I'm trying to earn money and roll it back. Earn money and roll it back. So you build your own capital. That's what people try to do in tier 2 cities. But at one point of time, somebody will notice some opportunity will come up, which you need to grab and then push forward. So you need to keep looking for opportunities. Nowadays, at least Government of India has started accelerator programs. So you need to be in time for accelerator programs and grab those opportunities to grow as fast as possible. So before that, let me make it very clear. The survival and sustenance has to be pro 1.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now we'll go forward. So now you see the simple way of understanding is when a ownership is split, investor and promoter come onto one group and lender will be there as a second group. Suppose you have an expenditure where your money and investor money is still short for completing an expenditure, you will go for bank borrowing. When you go for bank borrowing, their objective is totally different. They only want you to return the principal and interest. So the two groups are investor and you come into one group, lender will remain a second group. Now, the first principle of finance management is if you and investor together have 1 rupee and your expenditure is 6 rupees, you cannot borrow 5 rupees. If you and investor have 1 rupee together and your expenditure is 6 rupees, you cannot borrow 5 rupees. That is the first principle. Suppose you and investor have 1 rupee and your expenditure is 5 rupees, you can borrow 4 rupees from bank. Suppose you and investor together have 1 rupee and your expenditure is 4 rupees, you can always borrow 3 rupees from bank. The intention here is the ratio of you and your investor money together to that of bank borrowing should not exceed 1:4. You cannot borrow from anybody any amount more than 4 times what you and investor together have. The moment this imbalance comes, your business gets into lot of trouble, lot of financial trouble. Remember this principle very clearly. So accordingly, you need to tone down your ambitions. Your ambitions needs to become brought down. Otherwise, you need to see how best your money and investor money can be increased so that you can borrow. Any questions? Dr. Anirvedh, any questions? Okay, no questions. We'll go forward. Did you understand this principle?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very simple rule. अगर आपका और इन्वेस्टर का पैसा दोनों मिला के 1 रुपए है तो आप 4 रुपए से ज्यादा कर्जा नहीं उठा सकते सब लोगों से. The friends, relatives, banks, anybody else, all together 4 रुपए से ज्यादा लोन नहीं ले सकते. ये दोनों मिला के आपके पास 5 रुपए रहेगा और आप अपना बिजनेस में 5 रुपए से ज्यादा इन्वेस्ट नहीं कर सकते. इसीलिए आपका कैपिटल आपका पाँव में लगा हुआ कड़ा जैसा हो जाता है. जितना बड़ा कड़ा उतना बड़ा बिजनेस, जितना छोटा कड़ा उतना छोटा बिजनेस.
Yes, sir.
So capital is the biggest limitation factor in your entire business. इसीलिए आपका फोकस कैपिटल को स्ट्रेंथन करना रहता है. ओके अब हम आते हैं. आई थिंक वी आर जस्ट लेफ्ट. I'll request madam to give me one more session. I think we'll stop at this, then get back to our next 2 sessions. I think after Akriti madam comes, we will take 2 more sessions. One of those sessions will be valuations. And
Okay, we can do
next
that.
session will be business strategies. We'll take this one to next level there with example. In the meantime, you have been shared with one example of Excel sheet. Try to go through it and try to understand what it is. Okay, try to understand. It gives a lot of information, and also go through the PowerPoint presentation. Thank you very much for being with me. Even now, if there is any question, I will try to take it and answer. In case, yes.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, is it possible if we can we send before your session very brief what kind of we are doing exactly, so that in that session maybe if you can give some some feedback or some suggestion. Is it possible, sir? Very shortly, if you can.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead and send it. Not an issue.
Okay, so I'll send to madam. Maybe she can, or if you can share your email ID, I can email
Yeah,
also.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
No problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Ashim Kumar Saha from
Assam.
Assam. साहा जी, आपके पास तो बहुत सारा जोहा राइस है यार. कार्बी का जोहा राइस, हर एक जगह का एक एक जोहा राइस है.
क्या बोले सर? कार्बी का
जोहा राइस अलग है.
ओ जोहा राइस, या हाँ सर जोहा राइस यहाँ पे.
Talk about it later. No problem.
या श्योर जोहा राइस, ब्लैक राइस भी होता है नॉर्थ ईस्ट में सर.
Okay. Anybody else? Any questions? Shefali ji, any questions?
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Abhinav, बताइए.
Actually.
Who, Abhinav? You have a question?
Yes, sir. Sir, I was saving this question to be asked in the end. So if we are trying to go for the bootstrap, any startup that's planning to go bootstrap, so what should be the ratio of how much they should keep for the company, how much they should keep for the salaries, and how much they should invest back in the business? Is there a magic ratio, or it's a different business?
It's a very simple thing. Survival, sustaining, and progress. How much money you want to survive and sustain, you should keep. The remaining you can invest.
Okay. So that's
if you affect your survival and sustenance, who will take your business forward? First thing is survive. Sustain your survival, and then your progress. Take care of that. Take care of that. I have seen people ruining themselves because they don't survive, they don't sustain. Don't ruin yourself. First, maintain your family, yourself, and then ensure that, and then only do other business.
Sure.
I've seen people ruining themselves completely. Forget about you, ruin yourself, but don't ruin your family.
Understand.
Survival, sustenance, and then progress.
Sure, sir.
Take care. I warn you again. Bootstrapping does not mean that you can do anything. No.
Understood, sir. Looking forward to learning more from you.
Anybody else?
Sir.
Hanji, go ahead.
Sir, there are certain risks associated with the borrowing. Okay, whether you are going with the investors or you are lending from the bank.
Yeah.
So, will you in coming session will elaborate about type of risk, or you just?
100% it will be related to your valuations.
Okay. Sir.
All the risks will be related to valuations. All the risks will be related to your business strategies. So,
because I understand time is also, yes. Okay, sir. Then it will be more relevant because I also have some idea. Then my question will be more pinpointed.
Business strategy is a separate segment. Valuation is a separate segment. Yes. And what we are learning today is fundamental, very basic. But that is the foundation. Without that, if you try to do business, you will always land in trouble.
Yes, understand.
Okay, now that's what comes in the third session called valuations. In valuation is nothing but risk evaluation.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thanks.
Anybody
Any more
else?
questions?
Any more questions? Most of them have switched on and then disappeared. Dr. Raja Ramanna, you are there or you have just left?
No, I'm there. I'm listening. Now I'm having lunch. Okay. I don't get out.
Okay.
I'm fully into it.
Because I was trying to reach out to Dr. Anirvid, but he's still not answering my questions.
See, your session was very, very good to listen, not to talk. So
Okay.
I kept my mouth shut.
Thank you. That's why we normally sit on RICs trying to figure out who is responsive, who is not. We try to figure out very early.
Christina
No.
seems to have a question.
Okay, then thank you
Sir,
very
I
much.
have a query. Regarding pre-seed valuations.
Okay.
So when you don't really have very big numbers to showcase in terms of consumer product brand.
Yeah.
So how can we go out and have a pre-seed valuation done?
See,
Because
basically what happens is any valuation comes with what we call as some performance. There has to be a performance. Some kind of a performance to show that, yes, it's an amazing technology. Pre-seed.
now
you
like
need
for
to
example,
exhibit,
sorry.
you need to exhibit some characters of very good performance in the market. Possible performance. You need to showcase that. Suppose, let me say I want to go as a model on a catwalk. And now what is it that I have to exhibit? I have to be handsome. I have to walk properly. I have to exhibit an attitude.
Right.
If I want to go on a catwalk, on a ramp, what should I do? I need to show an attitude, isn't it?
Right.
Same way your product needs to show an attitude before pre-seed. And then I need to have a stature. I need to have a good body structure. So you need to exhibit those characters. Let's say, give me an example of a product. Let me try to analyze it.
So for example, like we have been, creating the products with the herbs. So I have the pain management oil, I have the PMS oil, I have the sleep apnea oil, and these, sleep disorders or essential oil, which you can, alter with the medicines that you're taking.
Okay.
So
now, see,
the results are there.
Again, coming to that, these are all products related to health sector, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Now, there has to be an exhibition or, I'm sorry, not exhibition. These products need to exhibit those characters in terms of validation.
Right.
One has to validate, yes, this is a miracle cure.
Right.
Okay, once that validation comes, the pre-seed valuation comes.
So we have been, giving these products to the people who have used it, and we have got the results also. So that much has been done. But in terms of numbers, now how to convert that thing in numbers is a little tricky. Because
that is business, no, madam. That you need to do it. You need to go out. You need to try to sell. You need to exhibit more. See, it's all your effort that matters now.
Yeah.
See, about a couple of years ago, we had a lady from Himachal who said she had brought out millet-based Nutri bars, and we funded them substantially, about 40 to 50 lakhs. And then we found that she was not even able to sell 1 lakh per month. Now, the product and valuations, everything we do based on the information you try to give. But if the product is not being accepted in the market, you're supposed to go to hospitals and try to showcase your product. You didn't do that. Nutribars. You had to go to all diabeticians and then try to exhibit the characters of your product. You didn't do it. And then you are supposed to go to gyms and exhibit the protein bars to be of benefit. You didn't do it. You need to go to malls and try to sell the product yourself. You didn't do it. And then
So
you're
that I understand. Like the only concern here is like, we
the,
as a
the
startup.
pre-seed valuation arises on account of validations. Lot of validation is required. Lot of validation. And then once the validation is there, number of clients should keep growing at least for a period of 1 year. Then the valuation comes into picture. See, follow the simple procedure of survival, sustaining, automatically pre-seed valuation comes. If you are not able to survive and if you are not able to sustain that survival mode, pre-seed valuation will not come.
Because right now, like situation becomes like chicken and egg.
No, it is not.
So
it's not. Very clearly, you need to go out and sell and you need to survive.
Yeah.
If you leave it to me, I am into your business. Let me tell you how I would look at it. Today, I am able to earn with a leisurely practice about ₹1 lakh a month.
Yeah.
So with your product, if I am the owner of your product, I would like to earn minimum 1 lakh a month profit.
True.
In order to earn ₹1 lakh per month, whatever effort is required, I need to do that first.
Yes.
And then I need to maintain that 1 lakh for minimum 1 year period to get experience about my product with clients. What the client is asking, what more he wants, what service he wants, whether I can retain my customer at ₹1 lakh a month.
Right.
Once I do that, automatically my clientele will expand to 1.5 lakhs by the end of first year. So now I'm getting into survival or sustenance mode, survival to sustenance mode. And now then I go on asking anybody if they are interested in producing it more and expanding. Okay? It is not chicken and egg. It is very clearly you.
No, that I understand, sir. So we have been, working on the stabilizing the formulations. We exactly know from where we are procuring the raw material. So that thing has been done, but money has gone into the R&D. I mean, it is completely bootstrapped right now.
Ma'am, this is what happens in most of the startups. We get obsessed with R&D. We continue doing R&D forever. This is our experience. What we say is you develop a product, put it into the market, let the market expand on that. You need not have 15, 20 products. You can have 3 products in the market which perform.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, most startups, they go on doing research, R&D. कितना R&D करोगे? 3 साल करोगे, 4 साल करोगे? कहाँ है प्रोडक्ट तो आने दीजिए बिजनेस में.
तो प्रोडक्ट बन गया.
प्रोडक्ट बन गया तो उसको आने दीजिए, उसको
रिजल्ट आ गया है. अब नाउ लाइक वी आर लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू.
बहुत सिंपल सी बात में कहना है तो हर साल बच्चा पैदा करने जैसा हो जाता है. ये नहीं है.
हाँ.
ये नहीं है. ये स्टार्टअप बिजनेस ऐसा नहीं है. हम एक बच्चा पैदा करते हैं, उसको बहुत सोच समझ के अच्छी तरह से पालते हैं, पोसते हैं और बिजनेस में छोड़ देते हैं. Every product is my child. I develop it to perform in the market and then leave it in the market. And then I take care of the child. At the same time, I see that the child gives service to somebody. Product is equivalent to your child. So you cannot have 15 child in the house crying at a time for attention. You have 1, 2, or 3 products, leave them in the market, perform, and then get back to R&D. Very simply, look at your surroundings. You will learn a lot. Learn a lot. Okay, look at surroundings. please try to understand this in a simpler way and not from the point of view of criticizing a particular socio behavior in our community. Not like that. Just to understand that if I have 10 kids in a house, how do I manage? Kitna mushkil hota hai. If I have one kid at house, no problem. I can always manage. So product management is one thing that will come as a strategy, which we will learn in the next session. Thank you so much. Good night to all of you. Please don't misunderstand any part of my talk. My
No, that's
talk is
okay,
meant
sir.
to communicate in a simple term, the context, so that you become effective businessman. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Right on. Good night.
All right, sir. So I'll extend the thanks to you, sir. So
Thank you
we would
so
like
much,
to extend
ma'am.
our heartfelt appreciation for your enlightening session on the primer for startup finances, sir, especially covering the money management part of it. We will take care of the scaling up and the valuation part in the next sessions with you. Right.
Wonderful.
So your
Thank you.
expertise in the field of agriculture, finance, and management was invaluable as always, and the insights that you shared has left a profound impact on the startups today, sir. Because you talked about the application of money, both long term and short term, as well as the sources of money, and especially the distinction that you made between your own money and the external sources of funding was really good, and I mean we were really enlightened. So this discussion, the whole discussion on the expectations of investors from the startups was particularly insightful, shedding light on what it takes to attract them and what it takes to retain the support of those financial backers. And also you in a very funny way related it to the how the marriages also work. So we also got to see, I would like to tell the whole group of the startups as well that sir has been always like this, how to say, wittily funny in a way, which makes you understand the things in a very layman style. So that creates an impact, sir, and that it is always like it is always remembered, right? So your wealth of knowledge in the areas of liquidity, risk management, credit monitoring always have been very helpful for our Pusa Krishi startups. So in conclusion, we would like to express our gratitude for the positive impact that your session had on our startups today. And thanks to the startups for once again that they have been a part of this cohort. And we would like to thank the Pusa Krishi team for their contribution in the successful continuation of this cohort. So thank you once again, sir. And it was really nice meeting you again, sir.
Thank you, Anisha ji.
Okay, sir. Thanks, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.
All right, tomorrow we do not have the one-to-one technical session, so we will meet at Monday now. Weekend ka off rahega. So Monday we will have the session at 2 again. And agar if there is any change or something, we will let you know in the group only, right? And for anything else, you always have our number and email ID in the WhatsApp group. So reach out to us. All right, have a great evening, have a great weekend, all of you.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you. Same to you.
Yeah.